Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me tonight. Before we get into today's session, I'd first like to take a moment and thank our sponsor for today's video, which is the Fabulous app, the #1 self-care app to help build better habits and achieve your goals. I really enjoyed using the Fabulous app. I mean, in this period of 2020, 2021 that we're all collectively experiencing, I'm sure you've noticed in your own life how important it is to have supportive habits in your day and how days can blend together and how easy it is to overlook drinking water or eating healthy or napping or resting or reading or really I don't know. Just taking care of yourself in general is kind of a bit a challenge, isn't it? I absolutely love using the function of the daily routine in this app. There's a lot of other things going on here. You can do challenges. I recently completed a journaling challenge and now I'm taking a reading one. There are community boards or circles that you can access. There's this kind of music and timer component to help you manage your time when it comes to completing your daily routine. But again, personally, my favorite is just the simple function of the daily routine. From there, you have your foundation and you can add on to that. The daily routines are 100% customizable, as is all of your experience in this app. Fabulous's method of breaking down healthy habits into small tasks is backed by behavioral science. And with the premium, you can restore and back up your journey process, which has been very helpful for me because I kind of let it go for a sec. I did get a little off track. And when I came back to it, it was really nice to have my journey still all saved and ready for me to dive back into. The first 100 people to click the link below in my video description will get a free 1-week trial, of which you can cancel anytime, making that free. And if you decide to follow through with Fabulous Premium, which is where you get the unlimited, unlocked kind of experience, you can have as many habits in your daily routine as you like. You can choose daily counseling sessions, journeys, and just like everything gets opened in the app, essentially with the premium version, you will be getting 25% off the full price. So if you've been looking for something to support you kind of forming your habits and making sure that you are, yes, drinking your water or exercising or reading or having a moment for yourself or writing your to-do list or whatever the case may be, really there's so many things you can add to your personal routine, of course, which helps you want to keep going with it and form those habits. Thank you so much to the Fabulous app for sponsoring our video today. And now let's get into our session. Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me tonight. I go by Lune and INNATE, and what I'm creating for you today could simply be a relaxing ASMR style video or video with ASMR components. Could be a method for you to communicate to your subconscious mind. And if you're open to the concept of energy work by proxy, I'm a Reiki master teacher, a lifelong student of healing arts modalities, and this is really what I'm all about. So if you're open to it, you can just allow yourself to receive from that point. We're going to set our intention and work with the theme today of manifesting through a neutral point. And let me just say that I have been it's a new project, but trying to create videos, my normal videos, and then cutting them up so that they're a little less talking, a little more focused on the ASMR points of the video. So if you're here to complain about talking, I don't know what to tell you, but I am trying to create something that's a little bit more maybe suited for those who maybe are just in a rush. Maybe they're just in the mood, or maybe they really prefer things that are a little more to the point. But as a teacher of healing arts, vocalizing things, communicating things is a big part of it. All right, so I hope that you understand, and I know the heads do. But our intention today is about manifesting through a neutral point. A point of neutrality that opens up limitless potential. If you're in Patreon, you may have seen the manifesting video we did a few years back. here on YouTube, you may have seen a video I created called, I think, like the new normal, or creating a new space, a new point to vibrate, to connect with, that is more aligned to your desires, instead of your desires being on one extreme of the spectrum, it being in the middle, and then you have more wiggle room. This kind of falls off of that topic. On behalf of the highest and greatest good and in perfect comfort and alignment, our intention today, of course, has an open intention, your alignment, your empowerment, whatever you need, but to be a little more focused here, the intention is to connect with a empowerment of being neutral. And now I don't mean being indifferent, I don't mean being apathetic. I'm speaking specifically in terms of your manifestations, not to be an ostrich with your head in the sand, not to deny the extreme polarities of the environment we live in and what we see, but specifically with you, your development, the things you want to experience, the potential of the things you want to experience. That's what I'm speaking of here today. All right, so I hope you understand that. Our intention is to connect with this neutral point, this point of limitlessness, this point of anything is possible, this point of accepting that with every good thing we manifest also the challenges of that good thing. And the opposite is true as well, or the same can be said in the opposite direction. There is good and bad wrapped up in everything. And for us to simply be able to, maybe not so simply, but accept that, feel comfortable with that, and also take ourselves potentially off of this pedestal, because the pedestal is scary, For example, we might think like, oh, I'm a boss, I want to be a boss, I want to be this, yeah. It's like, but then are you approachable, or then are you making genuine connections? Are you looking down on people? Like, I want to succeed, I want a beautiful home, I want nice things, but not in a way that separates me from life, or from connecting with people, or in a way that I see myself as being higher up or better. I hope that makes sense, or I hope you can understand what I'm trying to say here. And again, connecting with that limitlessness, that point, that kind of 0 point, that just opens up every single door for your manifestations to come through. There's less to fear because it's an acceptance. Because, even the things that we want can be a little scary too, right? So I'd love for you to be able to set your own intention here. Maybe you have a manifestation in mind you'd like to create a little more neutrality around, a little more comfort, a little more ease, a little more normal, a little more average. It's average for me to be in a place of having this beautiful home, or to have wonderful relationships. That's typical, that's normal, that's average for me, right? And also bring into this a level of sacred humility here, a level of knowing that we're all human, we're all working towards the things that we want, we're all learning, we're all going through this. So it's not about putting ourselves on a pedestal or making ourselves in these like seemingly unattainable or unreachable positions. All right, so just send in your wish, direct your will here. And we'll go on with our session. And really the intention setting is like most of the work, right? have some very sweet stones to work with today. This is, I believe, called a Great Lake agate or something like that. A beautiful piece of agate. Very comfortable, nurturing, supportive. And very, it's beautiful, but very normal. Not very flashy here. And I'm not trying to shame anyone who has a desire to be seen or to be flashy. I don't mean that at all. I just mean in a sense of a stable point, not where you're going to get knocked off of your throne, like where it's just what you embody. It's just what you naturally carry around with yourself. All right, so moving through, combing through. Bringing in this comfort, bringing in this stability, bringing in this acceptance, this, again, humility, this humbleness is what I mean by that. Knowing none of us have all the answers. Knowing none of us will ever be fully complete in our education here from life's experiences. None of us are immune to pullbacks, to retrogrades. None of us are immune to miracles. And just kind of connecting with that human nature, that beautiful acceptance. And yes, you are divine. Yes, there's so much more to you than your human nature. But let's just start here today, okay? A lot of aura work. Playing in the fields around you, channeling through. Okay. Here I have a piece of rough chalcedony. It's a really cute piece, kind of blue, kind of gray. Let me see if I can focus better for you. And I have my little, you can see, oh how cool. It's a bit translucent. It looks like blue on the outside, and then when we shine through, it has this kind of amber color. How fascinating. I'm bringing this in again, similar to the agate. They are of the same family, but I want to use the edge here, kind of carve through with the intention of opening every doorway possible in benevolence, of course, for your manifestations to happen, for your dreams to come true, for the acceptance of, with every good there is, yes, the yin-yang rolled up in this, and that's okay. But we're just going to move through, focusing on inviting those pathways, inviting the absolutely myriad ways that things can manifest, things can reach you, or you can align. You can find support, you can connect with resources, people. You can be inspired in an uncountable amount of ways. So we're just going to move through and opening those pathways. Of course, as I stated, only of benevolence. All directions. Just bring you back above your head. Below your feet. To your side. Your other side. In front of your chest. And behind your back. all directions of consciousness. Right. Just kind of connecting to expand these pathways. Here I have a brown tourmaline, or root beer tourmaline. So cool. And we're going to connect with this again for that, like, grounding that back. All of those potentials, pathways into your life, into your body, into your roots, into, kind of picture this like walking root system. Your manifestations spreading out in all directions. From this place of, I don't want to say stillness, it's not about stillness. And it's definitely not about indifference or apathy. A mature point, a humble point, a higher understanding. And authenticity. Just focusing down on this walking root system of yours. Forgive me if this looks odd. Going to connect with this turkey feather. This one is ethically collected. And gifted to me by Stephanie, the real cost of which I'm so grateful. And we're just going to bring in this beautiful move through, to sweep through, to send this communication down like the tunnels, down the roots, down the system, down the pathways of your consciousness and higher consciousness, of your cells, of your body, of your frequency, just like we're sending in like music down hallways, this attunement. On channeling through as we're blowing this in. Almost like your eyes are open, even if your eyes are closed. Your eyes, your windows, catching this breath, feeling this light, feeling this intention, just carry through your entire being. Supporting this freshness. And we're asking to come to the surface any point of resistance to this humility, to this neutrality to this expanded point, this 0 point of everything is possible, this 0 point of infinity, of harmony, of balance. Any egoic, forgive me for saying so, but any egoic resistance that says, no, I'm the boss, I'm better, I'm on a pedestal, get on my level, or you're not on my level, like those kind of things. It's like, what good is that doing? Just moving through, calling to the surface. We're gonna hit it. Any lingering attachments to why do we need to feel better than other people? You're only better than who you were yesterday, Be authentic. Be grounded. Be real with yourself. Know that you are amazing. You're freaking amazing. But we all have that potential. Pull out any resistance, only which your higher self releases and has allowed to come to the surface here. I'm not being intrusive. That's not my intention. To calm, bring, sweep. Resonates with you, I would suggest checking out that video I made. I think it's called like the new normal, or normalizing your manifestations, essentially normalizing your success, your things working out for you, making that typical, Alright, we're gonna channel through. Anchor into the limitlessness of, understanding the power of being a bit chill, being grounded, being connected. You are divine, you are spirit, you are matter, you are good, you are the potential to be bad. Forgive me, I hope you know what I'm trying to say. I'm not accusing here. Just harmonize these polarities essentially within you. Just help you connect with the balance point between your yin and yang, your dominant and receptive, your what's the word I'm looking for? Your good and bad, your shadow and light, and just connecting that space between, anchored into this very high priestess point of the tarot, the archetype. Alright, gonna fluff up the aura now. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little session today. I hope it supported you. Send you so much love and so much gratitude for allowing me to share a little piece of your path today and for being such a significant part of mine. From the very bottom of my heart, I bow to the divine within you and I, and to this interesting and beautiful connection that we share. So much love to you, and